Hey y'all, I was going to do a video tonight telling you about some of the struggles I have at work because I mentioned I have health issues and things like that. But life has a funny way of throwing curveballs. So after my husband helped me get ready for work and I was out the door today, I drove all the way to work. It's about a 20-minute drive. And as I pulled into the parking spot, all of a sudden my oil light came on. And then it started kind of the engine started making a funny sound. So I immediately shut it off. And I'm like, what the heck? And as I was shutting it off, I had white smoke just start rolling up out from underneath it. And I'm like, oh crap. What is this? This is not what I need right now. Well, I immediately called my husband, who was not happy about it. He really wasn't happy. And he said that he would pick me up from work after he got his job started, so because he can come get me and bring me home, and then he'll just have to take me to work tomorrow. As I was sitting there at work, because I get there a little early anyway, but I normally sit in my Jeep, but I can't. So I was sitting upstairs in the break room and I'm thinking, wow, how funny it picked today in a safe place to break down. Not on the side of the road between my house and the store. And definitely not 2 days ago when I went to my daughter's house for Memorial Day, because that's an hour and a half one way. And then, another hour and a half coming back from my house to Alabama where she lives. And I'm thinking, I am so grateful because I have to cross 2 mountains to get to her. And those are windy mountains. And by the time I come back home, it's middle of the night. It's dark. It's pushing 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And it's the cell service isn't the best out through there. So that's scary. It could have broke down then. But so I'm so thankful that it waited until, well, I won't say it waited. I'm pretty sure I had an angel riding with me. I had to have been. I'm blessed all the time, and today for sure I know I'm blessed because I managed to make it to work safely, and then have an issue. Now I'm not real sure yet what's wrong with my Jeep. My husband and my dad are going to tow it back to my dad's house so my husband can work on it, look at it, see what's going on. We'll figure it out. But, that's one more hurdle, one more struggle that I have to deal with. And I'm just hoping it's not going to cost too much. It's not going to be overly expensive to get fixed. Excuse me. But yeah, like I've mentioned before, it's hard for me to go and stand on the concrete for 8 hours and constantly I'm constantly walking back and forth at the self-checkout, doing birth dates and things like that. I've got degenerative joint disease in my right knee. I'm going to have it fixed at some point, but right now I don't even have, I don't have the money for that. I'm trying to save it up. And, I have to wear edema wraps on my legs, not because I'm, fat. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty big, but there's other underlying issues with that too. It's not oh, well, she's just a fat woman and, lazy and don't want to move around. And I'm sure that's the way some people think of it, but it's not. I've been, my new doctor, because I just recently had to change doctors, which is a whole nother thing, and we can talk about that in another video, because the anxiety on having to change to a new person when you don't like doing new things, yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. But my new doctor, she tested me and has diagnosed me with Hashimoto's thyroiditis, not just hypothyroidism. And Hashimoto's, if you don't know, is an autoimmune disease that attacks your thyroid. So there's part of my problem. I have 5 to 6 abdominal hernias that are inoperable because due to infection in the mesh from the 2 hernias that I'd had repaired. And then I've got a lot of scar tissue and they can't do anything, so the hernias are just there. And they're not small hernias either. So that's one of the other issues that I have when having to be on my feet, because I can't just wear the normal abdominal wrap thing, because my body is weirdly shaped. So all it does is just roll up. It doesn't help anything. I've got several other different issues going on with me that just caused me a lot of trouble and problems, and I just have to work every day at going to work and just making it all day long, which I can. It's not easy. Right now I have a doctor's note that lets me sit down if I need to because of my knee, but we all know if it's not a sit-down job, that's not going to last forever, so I've got to figure something out. The edema wraps, though, they do help support it, but it seems like the pain, instead of being in the calf, because what it does is it presents like it's a torn muscle. And that is extremely painful. So the wraps help to keep that from hurting and give it more the support it needs, but the knee itself will still hurt, and it has started hurting up the back of my thigh, up the sciatic nerve, all the way up through there. I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll figure it out. But I feel lucky and blessed that I can still get up every day and go to work. I still have mobility, even if it's limited and I can't walk a whole lot or really fast. I can still go, and I thank God every day for that. But at some point, I'm worried. One of my concerns, which is what I mentioned, I believe in my first video, is that there's going to come a time when either I can't do it or my abilities will be too limiting for the job itself, and that's why I'm wondering, that's why I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do YouTube. I'm trying to do a little bit of print on demand. That's not really taken off, but I'm not going to give up. I know at some point it will work. I'm not one to quit. So, and I want to connect with people. And I'm thinking, I feel like this would be a good way to connect with people, to connect with you and see how you feel. Are you struggling like I am? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are. And I just feel like, we're not heard. I'm not heard. I want to share my story. And I can go into how I ended up with 5 to 6 abdominal hernias in another video if you would like. I can give you a kind of a brief rundown. To me, it's a forever unpacking that is just crazy. But I can run it down. I can answer any questions you'd like about it. And I would like to hear from you. What are some struggles that you go through, or is this a place this a place that you would like to come to? I realize again I forgot to say my name is Charlotte, and this is Kozy Corner Chatz. This is our corner of the world. I do have a room I want to show you that I'm going to work on getting cleared out for just us, but I haven't gotten to that yet. So, but we'll get there. I promise. That's about it. I mean, that's my big excitement for the day. My Jeep done crapped out on me. I'm hoping it's not an expensive fix, and that it's just something cheap and quick and easy that can be done. I'll let y'all know. You know, I'll come back and let you know. Probably. I don't think he's going to be able to get my Jeep home until Friday, and this is Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Because I just got off work and he just dropped me off, so, you know. But you'll be seeing this Thursday during the day at some point, so, you know. For you, it'll be tomorrow when my Jeep gets to come home. If you would, leave a comment, tell me what you think. I would love for you to come back, sit and visit. Tell me some of your struggles, some of your issues, some of your worries. What are your worries? And how was your Memorial Day? Did you have fun? Because I enjoyed mine. I wanted to do a video because where my daughter lives is so beautiful, but it poured down buckets and there was nowhere to get good lighting, to take a good outside video so you could see just how gorgeous the area is that she lives in. But I'm going to go ahead and I'll cover more about my health and what I'm doing in future videos. But right now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say good night or good morning, hello, goodbye, that type of thing. And I look forward to seeing you in future videos. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.